What is going on, everybody? Welcome to day two of resale deals here on the new Bandito Resale channel. Today we are going to pull a little inspiration from Lonnie and Candace over at Shed Flips and look at some of the most valuable nutcrackers on eBay. So let's go ahead and go down and jump into this first one. And this is a rare General Lee nutcracker sold by or made by Susan Milford. As you can see, this particular one sold for $1,225 with free shipping. Very unique looking one with the facial features painted on the way that they are. Susan Milford, a big name in Nutcrackers, along with Steinbeck and Ulrich, and those are basically the names that you're going to see moving forward because those are the ones that hold the most value. So let's go ahead and jump into our second one. This is another Susan Milford piece from 1991, and I personally find this one to be terrifying. This is Nate the Clown, and he is signed and dated and numbered 129 out of 5,000. Item was listed for $850. They did accept a best offer, and there was a shipping charge on there. Go ahead and zoom in on it, and as you can see, the same creepy painted facial features. Not to insult Susan Milford, I'm sure there are people that love these, but yet again, I find them to be the thing of nightmares. So let's move on from Milford and move on over to Steinbach. And this is a Mrs. Cratchit from 1918, handmade in Germany, and it is signed. This particular one sold for $436.50 with 14.75 shipping. And if you ask me, this one is a lot less creepy. Dare I even say it's just a cute Mrs. Claus. The crazy part about this one is that it still has the hang tags on it, which is why it's still worth quite a bit of money. It'd probably be worth a little bit less if those were missing, and it's crazy that after all these times, that's still existent on there and hasn't just completely fallen apart. But another very cool nutcracker. And now we're going to look at another Steinbach, and this is the Christmas Legends Italian Santa LE from 2003. Again, this is a signed piece from the Steinbach company in Germany, a limited edition of 7,500 pieces. And as you can see there, some of the images of what it looks like. Looks like there's some bubble wrap still on it. His face is a little creepy. His teeth scare me a little bit, but it is what it is. So let's move on to our next brand in Nutcrackers, and that is Christian Ulbricht. I think I said Ulrich earlier on accident. I meant Ulbricht. This is a wooden nutcracker toy peddler. It is a limited edition one, again made in Germany, sold for $299.99, and I think this one's pretty cool because of the detail. As you can see, the scarf is the material of his scarf. The hat looks like it has some felt on it, but it's got this tray of really tiny toys, and it looks like they are all still there. I'd assume a lot of people lose those over time, so to still find this in this condition is probably pretty hard to do, but if you find a collector and you can get it for the right price, definitely some money to be made. All right, diving into our next one, it's going to be another Steinbach, and that is this Nutcracker King Richard. This is number 4 out of 7,500, sold for $280. He just has a paint scuff on his left hand, but he had the original box. Shipping was crazy on this one. Looks like it was $41.30. However, I am in the Midwest, and that is California, so it is quite a ways to ship, and it's very possible this guy is taller than 12 inches. Uh, and he most likely is. It might even say somewhere in here. But yeah, just a really another cool looking one. Just looks like a knight. Again, the teeth creep me out on these particular Steinbach ones, but they're still not as creepy as that clown from earlier. All right, so now we are going to go into a new brand, and that is Christopher Radko. This is a Nutcracker Mouse King, 24 inches and musical. A lot of the Radko ones do have a music box like base that I have seen. He has kind of a cute little mouse face there, the two teeth sticking down and the whiskers curling up. And he looks royal, definitely a royal piece of uh, clothing that he's wearing there. And as you can see, this one had the original box and everything and was packaged really well. But yeah, there's the face again. I guess it's a little creepy too, but it's still better than the clown. All right, so next is going to be this Steinbach Nutcracker, the Bavarian made German limited edition Christmas. Uh, kind of some word vomit titles there. I'm not exactly sure what this one would actually be titled. It may just be the Bavarian. It is. Okay. This one sold for $200 plus shipping. It's got a cool little hat on there with some gear, and his creepy teeth are kind of hidden, so he doesn't look all that bad to me. So, another good one to look out for. All right, moving right along, and this Steinbach West Germany The Potter Nutcracker, 15.25 inches. Uh, Take a look here. It is a guy doing pottery, and he still has all of his tools, something I assume pretty rare to find with all their pieces. A lot of these nutcrackers have very fragile hands and smaller pieces that break off, but as you can see there, it is made in West Germany, which gives some age to it, and it does say Steinbach, so the official stamp on the bottom there, and pretty cool piece. And then finally, for the last one, we will look at a Christian Ulrich nutcracker, and that is this 15-inch Mr. Santa Claus, a rare piece that still has a hang tag on it. And he still has a star. I assume that's something that would break off pretty easily normally. And it's just a Santa holding his bag of toys there called Mr. Santa Claus. This one sold for $179.99 plus shipping. So there are just some of the nutcrackers that may be worth money. So if you see one in your thrift store or at a garage sale, check it out because it may be worth something.